I'm going to go up here to the for sale by owner, and I did a quick study last night for Hamilton. Where's Hamilton? There it is, Hamilton down there. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to open up just a couple of websites and tabs. You're going to see that there's houses and properties for sale from, these are people who are trying to sell properties themselves privately on the screen. One of the reasons I show this too is that people say, oh, you're a commercial network. We actually have a major commercial component, no question about it, but we have a major residential component, which I'll be showing you. And a lot of people don't know that because we have 1,000 members and most of them do commercial and residential both, varying degrees. Some are 100% commercial, some are 90%, a lot of them are 90%, 90% residential. Even the 100% residential people, I'm going to show you how you can make use of this commercial network by triggering leads and doing referrals. But there's 3 special questions that you can go and ask any one of these people, and I'm going to suggest that you write these 3 questions down. It can help you make a lot of money. It's helped people make over $100,000. It's helped people make over $1 million on ICIWorld. And it's helped one person, Doreen Francis. I don't know if you're online because I know she was scheduled to come into a meeting today. I've taken over the webinar for today in our office. We do a webinar every single day at 11 o'clock. We broadcast. All our members can call in. Gary, I need a hand putting a link on. I want to put a Power of Sale link on my website. Can you help me? We do that. We do all kinds of adding IDX links from the Toronto Real Estate Board. Does Hamilton have an IDX link? An IDX link is an Internet Data Exchange link that allows the listings from the Hamilton Real Estate Board to be searched from your website. Okay, so you have that link working. We actually install it if you need it. And because we have so many residential people, we now allow estate and luxury properties to go onto ICIWorld. And so over $750,000. So if you look on this particular page here, we see commercial properties here. That's an income building. And typically this service here called propertyguys.com is basically a for sale by owner type service, but they have some real estate person putting it on for anywhere from $199 to $500 or something like that. You probably know about this service a little bit. But if you talk to any one of these people, would they pay a 2.5% or 3% or 2% commission to the selling broker? If you don't know, the answer is yes. Okay? The answer is yes. In other words, if you talk to these people, they will pay a selling commission. It's all depending on the price of your offer too, of course. Okay? So I'm suggesting that there's 3 questions, and we've been using these 3 questions for literally more than 20 years, even before the advent of the internet, when we'd have 100 brokers in a room stand up and say, I've got a shopping center. Now, I'm going to be speaking about the difference between an information service and a real estate board listing service. And I'm going to make a tall statement, but over time you may see it come to be true for yourselves, that there literally is 10 times as much information in commercial real estate that is available today than what you can put on a real estate board. I'll make a statement, and I'm going to ask a question whether you agree or disagree with it. 90% of the apartment buildings in Ontario are not on real estate boards. Would you agree or disagree? Agree? If you don't know, say I don't know, please. Okay? All right. For the people that don't know, that's okay. That's what we're here to do, is we're here to learn. 90% of the shopping centers in Ontario are not on real estate boards. Agree or disagree? Agree. If I have 50 or 100 commercial brokers who have been in the business a while, everybody in a room says agree. Every single one. The same thing is true for businesses, for land. All kinds of things are actually not on real estate boards, but they're available. The restaurant that you go to, your favorite restaurant, may be available for sale for the right price. I'm going to suggest you can ask these people 3 questions, and you can ask any of these people 3 questions. And here's the 3 questions, and it becomes a piece of information. And I'll show you how it works with RICO as well. Number 1, the first question is, will you pay a commission and then negotiate it? Can you call up one of these people and say, listen, if I sell your building, will you pay me a 2% commission? Simple question? No problem? Okay. Second question. You ask these people, will you cover me with a 48-hour exclusive listing once I have a buyer to show your property? So what this means is that even though this is classed as an open type listing, in other words, it's not really a signed listing. A signed listing is the best thing to do. If you can get it signed, by all means, get it signed. Put it on MLS. But some people are going to say, listen, I don't want to list with you, Ron, but I'll pay you a commission. You bring me in a buyer for my property, $500,000. I'll pay you a commission, but I don't want to give you a listing. Has anyone in this room ever had that said to them? Okay? Experienced people recognize the situation. You might have been talking to people that you never even recognized that this was potential. Now you can recognize it. There's people, you ask them, if I brought you in $500 for your place, would you sell it? Yeah. Well, I don't want to give you a listing. If it's a restaurant, does he want his restaurant on the internet for sale? It could be bad for business, couldn't it? People say, why you're selling? The employees start leaving because they think, oh, who's the new owner's going to be? Oh, he's selling. Are they going out of business? Is the food bad? You know what's going on in the kitchen. Who knows? It just opens up a whole can of worms. So they don't want it done putting it on to the internet on MLS and all that stuff. They want it done with confidentiality. Now there's a third question, and it's absolutely essential that you get both parts. If you miss one of the parts, you might as well not even come into today's session. It's that important. The first part is this. You ask them for permission to market it. You ask for permission to market it is the first part of the third question. And the second part is you tell them you're going to do it without the address. So you can ask these people, this apartment building on King Street here, would you give me permission to market it in my own little way, but I'm going to do it without the address. I'm just going to say I'm not even going to say bachelor. I'm just going to say apartment building 1.7 million. And you can write the ad out. You write the ad out and you show them. If it's if it's a restaurant in Hamilton, it's just restaurant, $350,000, making money. That's it. It's more like classified ads in a newspaper. It's really a Twitter, a commercial real estate Twitter when you think about it. Okay, it's a piece of information. Now, if you had a little shopping center, $1.2 million, 8 or 9% cap rate, whatever, and you put that out there, is it possible other people that are interested, they're going to have to call you, otherwise they could overlook something good. That's what's triggering calls for all our members. On ICIWorld, we have about 28,000 listings. Of the 28,000 listings, only about 5,000 are actually on MLS. All the rest are opportunities to do business, exclusive type nature. Now, usually we ask how many of those you can come up with in the next 90 days if you were seriously challenged to do so. The kinds of challenges you would have, there's 6 of them right there. There's 6 opportunities right there. All the for sale by owners become cherries on a tree for our members. Absolute cherries. I would never drive by another for sale by owner again without marking the phone number down. You call up any for sale by owner you see, you call them on the phone, what's the first question? Will you pay a commission if I bring you in a buyer? They pretty well always say yes. What's the second question? That's the first question. What's the second question? What is it? Yeah, once I have a buyer, will you cover me? So in other words, even though we have 28,000 listings, it doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first before showing the property or before divulging the address of the property. So you put it on ICIWorld because we're an information service, and somebody calls you, what's the first thing they're going to ask you? Yeah. Do you mind if I have the address? I'd like to drive by it first with my colleagues and family. And if I like it, I'll call you back. What's the address? Would you give it to them in this case? The answer is no, is correct. What you do is you can make a statement like this, and if you want, you can write this down. In this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. In this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I can show it to you on Friday at 12 or 1 o'clock. Come to my office and we'll go from there. Now, it doesn't matter if it's 48 hours, 24 hours, 5 days. Some brokers try to grab 30 days listing. The key thing here, of course, is to have something in writing. And we've got witnesses here that I've said that. So if you happen to give the address to someone and they go around behind your back and they end up buying the property and you don't get paid, what did you do wrong? And I'm going to tell you, every commercial, if I had 100 commercial brokers in here and I said, has that happened to you? Every single hand will go up.